Folks, Sam Owens here, and I've got a product here. The company wanted me to review it, and so I've actually taken this out of the box and utilized it. It is a pocket hole jig kit. You might ask, what is that? Well, if you're into putting furniture together, a lot of furniture is put together with these pocket holes. And I'm going to show you an example before I even open the box. This is a pocket hole. And what it allows you to do is assemble the parts of the furniture with these holes that allows you to put a screw in and bound it up against another surface. So it's very valuable feature to be able to have a product that will create this hole. I did this in my review of the product, and as you see, it did a pretty good job. There's where they come out. You get a nice case, and this is what it, Lon Fu, and it's a pocket hole jig kit. All right, let's open her up. Okay, this is what you get when you open the product up. Right off the bat, you get some hardware right here, and I'm going to open this up in just a little bit, and then you get some screws and other little parts there. And now, right here are two drill bits. And the main thing, they're the same diameter or gauge, but they're different lengths. All right, these are very important for fence operation, and I'm going to actually install these in just as soon as I get it out. Okay, now we also get very important pocket hole jig directions. I was able to use this and adequately learn how to use the product, and I'm sure you will, especially after watching my video. All right, now we've got another product here, or piece of it. I am not totally sure of exactly what this does, but because they don't explain in the instructions how you use this, but I got an idea, and I'll display that or talk about it. Now here is the main feature of the product, the jig. And I'm going to go to the instructions because this is where they guide you through the basic steps, and we need to look at that. There's all the description of parts, and right here the first thing they want you to do is adjust the clamp pad stud to allow the wooden board in. Okay, right here is the first step, is to find out how thick the material is. And you put this in, I'm just going to put it in at that point, and I'm going to tell you it goes to 3/4 of an inch. That is an important measurement for the next step, which is number 2, adjust the drilling depth of the drill and fix the stop ring. Is the stop for the drill bit. I'm going to use the longest one here, and it has a little set screw. This is a smaller set screw right there. And what you do is you slip this over the drill bit, and what it's going to do is, these are the drill holes, and what you want to do is adjust this guide to the dimensions of the thickness of your board, which is 3/4 of an inch, and right here I have it adjusted. And what you do is you loosen up on these, and you can move this up and down. You want to put this arrow right there onto 3/4, and you just move it up there. Tighten down. It got exactly on 3/4, and then I tighten up the other two. This is what you want to do, is you do not want to drill into the metal base. You want to pick this up and tighten that screw up to where the drill bit is just above maybe a 32nd of an inch. As long as it doesn't touch the metal, you're okay. It's best to show it like this and make it a tight, actually go to this point to put it tight. So that is set. Now the third step is to rotate and adjust the clamping pad stud. Before we do that, you may have a longboard in there, and this is a fence like. And what you do is it has measurements here. Is you put them underneath here like this, and there are screws in here that are like this that the larger Allen tool will fit. So let me bring that out. This is the larger one. You put that in there, and then this in here, and you see it's a beveled area there, which a bevel screw goes, and this goes right in here. Now if you're not going to use long pieces of wood and just short like what I'm using, you really don't need this, but it does help you decide the measurement of how far in you want the holes. So that this is a nice guide for that, to determine where you want your holes drilled in the piece of material. Okay, and then this one would go, and that's the way they would look. And you just screw it in. For a piece of wood like this, if like I measured this in to the point of 2, I guess that's 2 millimeters right there. This is the side that I'm going to drill for our demonstration in the video. So I would put it here, and if I want the drill to go to 2 millimeters, let's say, I could put it right there, and then my holes are going to line up on this. Right, now, here is the other thing. This is the part that makes the jig work, and that this is nothing more than a clamp. So what you have to do, and there's a locking nut right here, which once you adjust this back, move this up a couple of turns, go in, and then we want it where you cannot move it by hand like that. And then once it is, then you've got a locking screw and or nut, and you've got a tool here which you can lock that in position where it's going to hold it exactly right. Pull her out, and you need it in drill and not clutch action. Now this is important, and the instructions tell you do not start spinning the drill before you get it in the hole. Just push this in, find where it makes contact with the wood, pull it back, then you want to get the drill spinning at top speed before you make contact with the wood, and then you want just a gentle push, not really pushing hard. You want the drill to just drill, there's holes here which sawdust, so you don't have to pull up and dump the sawdust. It's going to come out these holes right here. So let's demonstrate that. You're just going to see this collar go down till it makes contact with that, and then I'll hold it there a moment and stop and then pull out. So just watch the action. Full speed. Now I'm just pushing gently. Pull up just a little bit. And I'm watching it to hit the base. Okay, it has hit the base. I'm going to pull up, and now I'm going to let go and pull up and out. Okay, and now we're going to drill the next one right here. All the way down, pull back, and then drill. There it is, right down to the stop, and then I hold it and out. Perfect. Now I've drilled a pocket hole, 2 of them, right here and there. I release this, and now I'll be able to see. Now you see this type of wood just kind of burrs up just a little bit. What I found is I can clean that up to look good with my box cutter knife. It's just going to tear. Okay, now you don't see the little holes at the bottom, but that's not important because we didn't drill into the metal that way. That these right here, once you knock it out, you can see right there I have a good amount of material, so by not going all the way, I've got some good material that's going to go through there. So what I do is put this in here, and I can screw this in to whatever wood I was going into, and you can see right there it's coming out just the way it needed to be. I can put the other screw in there and there. This is a common furniture connection right here. Now I'm not showing how it's actually connected to the other plate, but this is connecting into the other, and if it were like the board was down here and this is the edge, it's going right into it. So that's how it works.